A girl quickly took off her top and asked, "Will you take turns, or all at once?" The high school girl Lisa, who was the victim of assault, had no choice but to hide the truth, all because her attacker was Jack, South Korea's biggest celebrity. On the day of the trial, the courtroom was packed with Jack's fans, holding light sticks and cheering wildly for him. They were convinced Jack could never do such a thing. Lisa, the survivor, could only hide in the courthouse restroom, trembling all over, too afraid to step into the courtroom. It was not until her defense attorney, Jenny, called her name that she cautiously came out. Even though Lisa had prepared herself mentally, the moment she entered the courtroom and saw Jack, her body reacted with instinctive fear. Just as she was about to break down, Jenny gently brought her back to her senses. When the defense phase began, Jack's lawyer suddenly challenged the facts. According to Lisa's account, she met Jack at a bar and was later harmed at his home. But since Lisa claimed she didn't know Jack, the lawyer questioned why she would go home with him. Was she deliberately trying to attract him? Or had she given implied consent? Lisa said she had simply trusted Jack's words, but the lawyer sneered, suggesting this was probably not Lisa's first intimate encounter. Lisa nearly collapsed, but Jenny encouraged her to stick to the truth. Lisa stated she had resisted repeatedly and presented photos taken right after the incident as evidence. The photos showed her face and body covered in bruises, making many in the courtroom look away in distress. Yet Jack's lawyer raised another critical question. He stood up and asked Lisa if everything she had said was true. After Lisa nodded, he smiled confidently and asked if she was certain she had met Jack at that bar. Faced with the question, Lisa grew unsure and avoided eye contact. Seizing her hesitation, Jack's lawyer immediately presented evidence, surveillance footage from the bar Lisa mentioned. The footage showed Jack at the bar that night, but there was no sign of Lisa entering, and no witnesses had seen her there. The lawyer declared Lisa was lying. He pressed Lisa again about where she had met Jack. Panicked and overwhelmed,
증인 대답하세요.
Lisa finally denied meeting him at that bar. But when asked where she had met him, Lisa froze. There were secrets from her past she dared not reveal in public. Jack's lawyer used this to argue that Lisa had been dishonest from the start of the investigation, claiming she had fabricated the story out of some motive against Jack, making her testimony untrustworthy. He then turned to Jack, who said he had been too drunk to remember clearly and suggested Lisa might have approached him while he was intoxicated. The lawyer added that Lisa might have targeted Jack for money. Lisa had no way to defend herself. There was too much she could not say. Jenny realized that, at this rate, Jack would likely be acquitted. Back at the law firm, Jenny vented to her friends about the new mocking memes of her online. Ever since they took Lisa's case, the firm had been targeted by Jack's millions of fans. Their entrance was littered with offensive wreaths, Jenny's car was spray-painted with threatening messages, and they faced relentless online abuse. Still, the three friends were determined to bring Jack to justice. They had to, because Jenny's ex-boyfriend of 7 years, John, had a mysterious connection to Lisa. When Jenny asked about it, John gave no explanation and left in a hurry, looking nervous. Jenny wondered why Lisa was in touch with a reporter. Meanwhile, John returned to his place and repeatedly played a recording of his conversation with Lisa earlier that day.
차라리 지금이라도 사실대로 밝히면.
근데 기자님도 알잖아요. 사실대로 말하면 그 사람들이 나 가만 안 둘 거예요. 너무 무서워요. 이제 어떡해요, 기자님?
Just then, Jenny arrived. The tension between them was thick. Jenny directly asked why John knew Lisa. He tried to say he didn't, but after 7 years together, Jenny could tell he was lying. There was clearly a major secret behind this case. Jenny cornered John, and he finally confessed. It was part of a large-scale sexual assault case, which was how Lisa met Jack. If this were exposed, it would shock the entire nation. John could not reveal any more details. With no more answers, Jenny left. In her car, she called her friends. Lisa hadn't told the full truth in court because she feared her past would be exposed, but that was severely weakening their case. To turn things around, Jenny decided to investigate on her own. She pulled out a sticky note she had secretly taken from John's wall earlier. It had the address of a nightclub and a girl's name, likely linked to Lisa's past and the key to winning the case. That night, Jenny followed the clue to the nightclub. She slipped some money to the lookout at the door and managed to meet the girl on the note. Though barely out of high school, the girl looked world-weary and said she would answer questions for cash. Sure enough, the girl knew something. She revealed that nearly all the girls at that nightclub had been taken to Jack's house, including her. Jack was violent, and every girl bore marks from his abuse. Shockingly, even though Jack had been arrested before, he was acquitted, and no criminal record remained. Jenny realized this case was far from over. It was protected by powerful forces, and the truth ran much deeper than anyone could have imagined. This is from a newly released South Korean drama. See you next time.